Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Bad connection. Unfortunately, in the hotel room and not getting good connection. But I think it's also because the enemy don't want me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. So we're going to do round two, part two. We're going to do a part two to this. All right. So go back on my Facebook page, look at part one so you can hear what was said. But here's part two. And I'm going to get it out. If I got to do a part three, so be it. But we're going to keep going till this get out. And evidently the enemy don't want me to say this, but I'm going to get on it. And as I was saying, so I was reading Ezekiel 1 through 3. And if you read Ezekiel basically was out and he saw this vision in the sky. And it was a resemblance of the glory of God. And it was so great and mighty to him that it just knocked him down, right? But then in chapter 2, God spoke to him. God's spirit entered into him, and it made him get up as God told him to get up. And God began to speak to him. And God told him this. Look here, Ezekiel, I got some work for you to do, bro. This is in Ron Sims' vernacular. But God was speaking to Ezekiel and told Ezekiel, hey, I got some work for you to do. I'm going to send you somewhere. And I'm gonna want you. I'm gonna want you. Don't y'all forget my English. But I want you to go speak on. I want you to speak to the people. Now I'm going to send you to some folk. Now, please understand this, Ezekiel. I'm gonna send you to some folk. They know how to talk. They know how to. They know how to listen, but they refuse to listen. And they are rebellious. So I'm going to send you to some rebellious folk who act like they can't hear, but choose not to hear. But I want you to go speak truth to them. I want you to say what I tell you to say to them. I'm sending you to some folks. Now, don't be afraid, because I'm going to be with you. But just know that these folk going to be a little piece of work to deal with. It's going to be a little rough to deal with these folk. They're going to want to cut you from neck to navel. They're going to want to talk about you. They're going to want to gut you. They're not going to like you. But I got you. And I'm going to send you here. And I want you to be strong. Matter of fact, I got some word that I want you to take in. Take this word in. And when it's time to speak, I'm going to tell you when to speak. As a matter of fact, in chapter 3, God even went a step further and said, hey, I'm going to take your tongue and make it stick to the roof of your mouth so you can't talk. But then when it's time for you to talk, God is telling Ezekiel, when it's time for you to talk, I will make sure that you'll be able to speak. So this is basically telling Ezekiel, you got some work ahead of you. It's not going to be easy. Might not be fun. But it's going to be a blessing to Ezekiel. But it's also going to be a blessing to the folk. And the reason why it's important for us. Now, I'm going to get to, here's what I want to get to. And the reason why I brought that up is because we live in a world right now where it's hard for folk to even recognize what truth is. It is so easy today for wrong to be called right and for right to be called wrong. Because people don't know what the truth is. But for us that are Christians, for us that are believers, for us that are leaders, for us that are preachers, for us that are a manager at a business, director, owner, whatever, you're in a leadership position. Speaking truth is so important. And the reality is, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be fun. It's not going to always be accepted when it comes to speaking truth. Because we're in a world of rebelliousness. I think I might have said that right. Y'all know I make up words. But rebelling against the truth happens a lot today. So we cannot be afraid to speak truth to what's going on, to what's happening. We got to be willing to speak the truth. It's not going to always be popular. It's not going to always be accepted. And people going to want to talk about you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to hate on you. They're going to call you everything but a child of God, right? You can't be surprised. You can't act like it ain't going to happen. I'm here to forewarn you right now. But we are called to speak truth in season and out of season. We are to preach God's word in season, out of season. If you ask me, if you want to know where they come from, look up at 2 Timothy. Matter of fact, I think it's 4:12, I think. Chapter 4. In season, out of season. So that means it doesn't matter what's going on, when it is, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, what time of season, what month it is, what year, it doesn't matter. Speak the truth. We are called to speak the truth regardless, and nothing but the truth. Now, here's the other thing about this, though. It's going to be really hard for you to speak the truth if you don't know the truth. So, in order to speak the truth, we got to know the truth, which means we got to go seek the truth, which means we got to get in God's word. Because, again, we're living in a world nowadays where it is so easy for the wrong thing to be preached, to be taught, to be said, to be passed out to everybody. And people embrace it as if it is the truth, because you don't know. We have to learn what truth is so that we can give truth. If you don't know, I'd rather for you keep your mouth shut. Seek Christ, seek him, pray about it, look up his word, go do your research. Because just like with Ezekiel, what we don't want is to have somebody's blood on our hands because we gave them lies. We didn't tell them the truth. We didn't speak when we were supposed to speak. We didn't tell them what God says when we were supposed to do so. And then they fall because we didn't do what we were supposed to do. We didn't say what we were supposed to say. One of the also, and you can read it throughout the Bible, one of the important things about speaking the truth is not only speaking the truth, but how we say the truth. You don't have to be hollering, kicking, and screaming, calling somebody out, embarrassing somebody. Just simply pull them to the side, or when the right time comes, you make sure that you speak truth to them. You don't want their blood on your hands because you didn't speak truth. So we are called as leaders. Start in your own home. Look at your own children. Let's start there. Let's start at home. Stop worrying about somebody else's house. Stop worrying about somebody else's church. Let's start at home. Are we speaking truth within our own homes? Within our own companies? Within our own churches? Within our own families? Within our own relationships? Are we speaking truth there? We say we love, but we don't speak the truth. Seek truth, speak truth. Seek truth, speak truth. Seek truth, speak truth. It is so important nowadays because social media, TV media, radio media, television, so much foolishness is out here. And people are thinking that it is actually truth when it is a lie. And it's coming straight from the enemy, who is determined to steal, kill, and destroy. And he's doing it through the mind. And unfortunately, people don't know that they're being duped into things that are not of God and is not truth. Yet no one comes behind them to tell them truth. Now, you speak truth and they choose not to listen, like in Ezekiel's case, that's not on you. Speak truth. Seek truth. Speak truth. And as I said in the beginning, you're led to water, but you don't drink. But yet you're still thirsty. He's leading us to water with the visions that he's given us. He's leading us to water. He's leading us to water to find the truth in his word. That's the first place. He's leading us to water to get sharper every day by making sure we're connected with people that are going to do what's best for us, that's going to help us, grow, going to give us what we need so that we can grow and be better. He's given us the water. But if you choose not to drink, you can't blame anybody for you dying of thirst. Seek truth, speak truth. I love you. Be blessed. And as I always tell you, pray, plan, prepare, proceed. Go make it do what it do. I'm going to see you next week, Lord willing, next Thursday. Love you. Thank you.